Hello everyone, Nevada Virtual Academy, Algebra 1, Unit 4, Equations, Solving Equations by Multiplication and Division. Today's lesson, we did talk about in class today, we should be pretty good, but how about doing more practice problems? Using multiplication and division to solve equations is based on two properties of well, pretty much the same property, but first of them is the multiplicative property of equality, which says, as we mentioned in class, if you have two numbers equal to each other, multiplying each number by the same third number, c in this case, will hold your equation true, right? So if your a and b are equal and you multiply each one of them by the same number, they're still equal. Okay? Division property of equality is based on the same thing. Here you're multiplying with let's say the inverse of c, right? 1 over c, which is actually division. But when you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal, right? So if you have the same two numbers a and b, a divided by c will be the same as b divided by the same number. Okay? Let's do some problems. Problem number 1, negative 3r equals negative 24. What is the coefficient of your variable r? Is negative 3. You will divide both sides by negative 3. Okay? Negative 3 divided by itself will be 1. We'll have 1r, which equals... Now what is the sign here? A negative divided by a negative. Positive, right? So it will be positive 24 divided by 3 is 8, and you are done. Okay? You should check, is it negative 3 times 8 equals to negative 24? Well, I know it's going to be negative, right? Because I'm multiplying a negative 3 to a positive 8. And 3 times 8 is 24. It checks, we did good. Problem number 2, 8s equals negative 64, right? To find your s, you will divide by its coefficient, 8 in this case. And you will divide both sides by that 8. A divided by 8 is 1. Your s, right, equals negative divided by positive will be negative. 64 divided by 8 equals 8. Check, negative 8 times 8 is negative 64. You are good. Problem number 4, 1/4 w equals negative 16, right? So now if you don't see that here, you can multiply by the reciprocal of 1/4. Think about that, you can rewrite this equation as w over 4 equals negative 16. And now because your w is divided by 4, you will undo that by doing the inverse operation of division, which is multiplication. And you're going to multiply by the same number, that's your denominator, that your w was divided by 4, right, which is 4. And you multiply the other side by 4 also. 4 divided by 4 is 1. On the left you have w, which equals, well, negative times positive will be negative. 16 times 4 will be 64. Good. One more. Two more. Take two. Solve one, get one free. Problem number 7. Define a variable, write an equation, and solve the problem. 12 times a number is 96. One step at a time. 12 times a number, right? How can we write that? 12 times a number. Well, how about 12 times n, right? 12n is, in algebra, we're using equal for that. That's the equal sign. Is what? 96. Well, that's an easy one. Now to find that number, because I have multiplied that number by 12, I'm going to divide it by 12. Okay, you see the number that's in front of your variable. And then I will divide the other side by 12 also to keep my teeter-totter equation balanced. 12 divided by 12, that's 1n equals 12 goes in 96 8 times, right? Well, let's check. 12 times 8, 96. 8 times 2, 16. 8 times 1, 8 plus 196. We're good. We did fine, right? How about the next one? 1/2 of a number is 15. What is the number? Well, 1/2 of a number, I can write it as, let's use x over 2, right? Is 15, is equals 15. What is the number? All I need to do is to find what is x. Well, if half of x is 15, I'm going to double it. And I will double both sides. 2 divided by 2 will be 1. You will definitely have 1 full x, right? Equals 30. And you're done. Now I'm getting back to this problem because I just realized that I did not show you guys, I did not discuss the way to solve it by having a fraction as a coefficient, right? Well, 1/4w, I will multiply this by 4 over 1, by the reciprocal of 1/4, right? And I will multiply both sides by that. Now here on the left of the equal sign, right? 4 and 4 canceling out. You have w equals negative times positive will be negative. 16 times 4 over 1 will be 64 over 1, which is 64. Well, obviously should be the same answer. Okay, a few more problems. Why not? Because you get 50% discount. We're gonna do more, right? If 4x equals 100, 8x equals what? How can we find that? Easy. To get 8x from 4x, you will multiply it by 2, right? And you multiply the first, the left side and the right side. So you have 2 times 4x, 8x, 2 times 100, 200. Make sense? If 6y equals 36, then 3y is equals what? Well, to get 3y from 6y, I will divide 6y by 2. And I'm going to divide the other side by 2. 3y equals 36 divided by 2 is 18. If negative 10a equals 53, then negative 5a equals what? Well, it will be half of that. It will be 53 over 2. If you want to find it, you can divide it, right? Negative 5a will be what? 2 goes in 5. 2 times 2 times 2, 4. Out of 5, 1. 2 goes in 13, 6 times. And 2 goes in 10, 5 times, right? So you can say that negative 5a equals 26.5. 14. 2g plus h equals 12, and 4g plus 2h equals what? Well, to get 4g plus 2h, you will take your 2g plus h and you will double it. What is that? Distributive property, right? 2 times 2g makes a 4g. 2 times h makes 2h, and the operation is addition, right? Well, because you multiply this side by 2, you have to multiply this side by 2, right? So it would be 2 times 12, and that's 24. Now we are done. Okay, this should be, helping you with the quiz that you have to solve. Tomorrow we'll do more equations by multiplying and dividing. Please watch the recordings. Do practice while you're watching. There's, pause it, play, pause, try on your own, and so on. All right, thank you.